Tonight, let's go on a little photo walk with the new Leica Q3. Let's go. Well, I'm ready, so let's go for a little shoot. A really postponed shoot, but yeah, I've missed going on photo walks, so this would be quite lovely for me. All right, see ya. Hey, how are you? Let's talk about the Leica Q3 that I have right here. Absolutely beautiful. Look at it, so pretty. All the black and white photos and videos that you were seeing were shot entirely on the Leica Q3 using the Greg Williams Artist Look, which you can download through the Leica Photos app. What sets this one apart from the Leica's built-in monochrome profile is the tone. It's much warmer, more golden, and less of that bluish digital look. I really loved how it gave street shadows a bit of more of a organic look. It reminded me of film in the way it handled highlight roll-off, and you can really see it from some of the shots that I've taken from the clips earlier, but that warmth brings a different mood to the frame. There are actually more downloadable Leica looks on the app. I think there's 9 in total under the Leica Essential Looks. They are basically creative color profiles developed by Leica. They all sound super interesting, and I'm definitely gonna try them out in the next video. We'll run through all 9 and see how they feel and look out in the real world. I'm already excited. And for this cute little snail shot that I shot with a snail, a really cute snail, I was using the macro mode on the Q3. You can just twist the lens like this. Super simple. Look at that. It just changes instantly. Super easy and super simple. I actually really like this feature. It's really convenient. I find myself using it more than I expected, especially when I want to get up close and personal with a small subject, textures, thing that you're trying to shoot that's tiny and small. What's great is that it doesn't feel like a gimmick. The lens physically shifts into macro mode, and suddenly you've got this really sharp, focused close-up range. No adapters needed, no lens swapping, just instant access, which is so great. That's why every time I go out and travel, I always pick the Q2 usually, but now I have the Q3. Might bring this more often now. I've used it on my pet, watch faces, and fabric textures. Those kind of things that's really interesting to, you know, shoot really up close with. And I use it a lot on them. Just the things that I normally wouldn't think to shoot, but it's rarely addictive. And in monochrome, everything becomes about form and tone. And honestly, this macro feature ended up being one of my favorite things on the Q3. And for the accessories part, I had to just dress the Q3 up a little. Just have a look. First, I've added the thumb grip, which is gold. I think it's brass, for some slip prevention. The Q3 is super smooth without this thumb grip. And while that feels really nice in the hand, it definitely needed a little help for grip. It just makes things way easier when you're shooting with one hand only. You see how easy it just grabs like that, and there's a bit of texture on it too, which is really also slip prevention as well. I chose this brass look purely for its aesthetic because, come on, gold and black. It kind of reminded me of the new Formula 1 movie, the Apex GP car. Brilliant color combination. I think it's just a mix of sporty and luxe. I just really like how it looks. Then there is a matching shutter release button here, which is also gold and black. It's beautiful. That it suits the entire camera color combination really well. There's this really subtle feedback when you press on the shutter button, which makes the entire shooting experience even smoother, I think. It makes you feel each shot just a little more with the really convenient feature that I added to the camera. I've also added a minimal cage to the Q3. It doesn't interfere with the design at all. It suits really well, it's all black. But it definitely adds a lot of functionality. I use it for both vertical and horizontal shooting, and it makes mounting the camera to a tripod way easier because there's a slip right here and also another slip right here, which is super convenient. Plus, I shoot low to the ground a lot. Well, like the snail shot, I was placing my camera right on the floor, on like concrete, uneven floor. And I think this acts as a really nice protection from being damaged. And this cage works like a protective frame. It gives me the peace of mind when I place the camera on concrete or uneven surfaces. Almost like a safety shield, but you know, in a chic way. So yeah, these accessories, they're not just for the looks, though they look amazing. They actually make the shooting experience way more fun. Oops. See how that protected it right there. It makes the shooting experience more fun and more secure. Mostly all about security. You don't want to just smash into a wall, like a metal wall like that. Now let's talk about one of the most underrated but super helpful features on the Leica Q3, which is, you guessed it, the tilt screen. See, it tilts like this, tilts like this. When you're trying to shoot like that, like above stuff, you can shoot like that. And then when you're going do shoot like this, which is also really nice. Do you see how it flips really smoothly? You can adjust the angles to your likings. Finally, right, Leica gave us a screen that moves. And while it doesn't fully flip out like a vlogging camera, like here or here, I think it's so great. I think it's super useful. I used it a lot, almost on every single shot, almost. Mostly, the tilt is enough for photography. I like it. I use it all the time for low angle shots, like the snail shot again. I love mentioning the snail shot. I think that's one of my favorite shots of the night. And also when I'm trying to capture reflections, leading lines on the ground, or just subtle shadow play from the waist level. It's nice to not have to lie on the floor, you know, lie on the floor to get the shot that you want, or at least not every time. It's also great for overhead shots. Tilt it like that. Hold the camera above your head safely, and you're good to go. The build is solid. I love how it feels. It feels like a really smooth but really sturdy one. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break easily. And best of all, it doesn't ruin the minimalist aesthetic to the camera. I think it still feels really Leica. just a more flexible version, I think. Combined with the cage that I've mentioned earlier, and you've got a pretty nimble setup that can pretty much handle any angle now. The setup is perfect for it. So who is the Leica Q3 really for? Because let's be honest, this isn't an impulsive buy, it's a commitment, definitely a commitment, to me at least. I think the Q3 is for the people who want simplicity without having to compromise. You get a 28mm semi-lux fixed lens, which might sound limiting to some people, but for a lot of photographers, it's actually really freeing. You show up and you shoot. No lens swap, no any of that. Basically, you don't really make any decisions while you're shooting it, aside from picking the focal length from the in-camera button. You can shoot with different focal length. There's a crop in feature, but you don't need to do any of the lens swap. You don't need to think about like, oh, how many lenses I'm gonna bring. You don't have to think about, oh, I'm gonna travel to, let's say if I'm going to Tokyo next week, how many lenses am I gonna bring, and like which focal length am I gonna pick? You don't go through that kind of stuff when you're bringing this camera, because it handles pretty much the focal length you need. There's 28 and then it goes up to 90, so it's pretty much enough. For me, at least, like when I'm traveling, this is more than enough. So I think it's great. It's for those people who don't want to think much about like filming or taking a picture while you're on a travel or anywhere you want to go that's pretty, or even boring places you still want to bring it because it just captures light and shadows really perfectly, I think. So basically the no decision part, it just makes you focus in the moment, which is one of the most important things when you're doing photography, because all you want to do is focus and create, shoot the things that you like and you're trying to capture. So that's the main thing. I really like it, and I think it is for that simple reason. The image quality is stunning. The color science, even in black and white, is classic Leica. And the handling and the buttons, everything is really intuitive. It's perfect for street shooters, travel photographers, documentary creators, and anyone who wants to slow down and be present with their photography. Those who care more about the feel more than the specs. The Q3 might just be the dream camera. Or I think any Q series, because I tried Q and Q2. This is the third. I love them all. They're really, really great. It's always been my go-to camera when I travel, so top-rated camera in my collection. It's fast, there's autofocus, so it's really, really great. One downside though, I think it's a little bit heavy for me personally. I've had lighter camera, but this one is a little heavier, twice or triple the weight as the camera I had, but it's worth it. The image quality is just so much different, and it's worth it to like just carry it. And I don't think when you're really enjoying it, I don't think you're really gonna feel the weight. But if you're gonna do like a full day of walking, at the end of the walking, you might feel a little exhausted from on your shoulder because of the strap. Entire day of carrying it might be a little heavy, but a nice little 4 or 5 hour walk of shooting, I think it's perfect. Just for me, maybe I'm just really not, I don't have the strength, but for most people I think they're all right with the weight. Just my a little downside for me, I might not be that strong. My strength is not that great, and my cardio, I might need to get my exercise in. Yeah, my muscle level is too low, so I might not be the good judge of the weight, because since any camera that's like this thick will be kind of heavy to bring out all day, so yeah. And if you're really into black and white images, I really like to shoot in black and white monochrome, because there's in camera, there's black and white natural, there's black and white high contrast. In this video, I picked the Greg Williams one, which is much warmer. The Q3 is definitely a really, really good camera for monochrome shooters and wants to romanticize the entire journey of shooting with it. Yeah, I feel that a lot when I'm shooting with this camera. And if you want to romanticize the ordinary, you can totally do that with the Q3. At least that's how I feel when I shoot it. So after some time shooting with the Q3 and shooting entirely in black and white, exploring the Greg Williams look, and also testing out the macro abilities and using it out on the streets, I can honestly say that this camera makes me really want to go out and shoot. Every time I go out, I'll just bring it, I'll just put it on, like Also have a really nice red strap right here. Off topic again, sorry. The red strap I have right here, I think it goes really well with the logo right here. So red and this strap, and also the leather bit of the front strap goes really well with the camera. I think the color combination of this is great. Look at it. It makes me really want to go out and shoot, and I'll just wear it like this. Honestly, like this has replaced any of my bag, my purse, anything. I just don't bring it anymore. I would just wear a pair of trousers with deep pockets. With men's trousers, there's like deeper pockets compared to the women's ones. I think the women's one comes in more of a shallow pocket, and I picked specifically deeper pocket for the camera walk, so I could put my phone in, my keys. I just bring it out like a purse now. I just really like to wear it on the side. I think it looks really great and it feels really great. It doesn't get in my way when I'm walking, so I make sure I wear it outside. And you get to capture different things that you see on the streets that you wouldn't normally notice. Yeah, but do recommend me with any straps that you think it's really comfortable to use, because I'm always on the lookout for really comfortable straps. I'm not saying this one isn't comfortable, it's really comfortable, but I do want to know more. I don't really know much straps brand or anything. I just go with the ones they sell at the store. Feel free to let me know if you have any strap recommendation, as this one's already really good, but I wonder what else is out there for me to try, so let me know if you have any good recommendations. But yeah, let me know. Feel free to let me know. Also, I think this doesn't feel like a tool in the traditional sense. It feels like a creative partner. You'll use it not just to capture moments, but to feel them as they're happening. And I think that's what makes the Q3 so special. It invites you to slow down, pay attention, to fall in love with the light, shape even, and shadows, everything. You fall in love with everything you shoot it with, basically. Or even movement and quiet little scenes that people miss in general, or I miss in general. But when I carry it, I just notice everything now. I start to notice, which is really cool. Okay, and I know it's not perfect, it's expensive, and it's fixed, like fixed lens. Everything's fixed here, you can't really change much. You can't really change the lens, that's what I mean. But it's also inspiring in a way that's a little hard to explain, unless you've used one yourself. So if you're someone who values the process, who wants a camera that helps you see more intentionally, the Q3 is worth every moment. It's great. I love it a lot. But yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for my next video where I test out all the essential looks carried by Leica. I can't wait to see how they transform color storytelling. But for now, I hope this gave you a real sense of what the Q3 feels like, not just what it can do. Because sometimes the best camera isn't the one with the most features. It's the one that helps you see again. So yeah, I love this camera. Try it out if you have a chance to. For now, I encourage you to grab your camera, whatever camera it is that you like, go out and shoot. I think that's what I encourage the most, no matter what the camera is. But I really like this camera. I'm just here to share my thoughts on it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.